Hello everyone. In this video we are going to see how to braid a plant. Braiding is an artistic way of growing a plant by plaiting or braiding its stems to make it a unique statement piece. Braided plants are quite expensive. Reason being, depending on the type of the plant, it might take several months to even few years to get matured. And if you know the technique of braiding, I'm sure you're going to earn like something. And unlike their looks, it is not that complicated to braid a plant. Come, let me tell you the simple and easy way of how to braid a plant. Before I discuss about the materials needed for braiding, let me first tell you what all factors you need to look into when selecting the plant for braiding. I've chosen the dwarf devil's backbone plant. And when choosing the plant, see to it the vertical stems are all almost of the same height. The next thing that you'll have to do is inspect the leaf and the stem and make sure there is no bug or infection in it. Then last point is bend the stem like this and see so that it is flexible enough for braiding. Let's move on to the materials needed. First and foremost, the main thing that you need is the plants. You can use thin woody stem plants, or if you want you can use shrubs as well. But see to it the vertical stems are flexible enough to braid. Next is the garden soil, scissors for pruning, and few rubber bands for braiding, and finally water. Let's move on with the procedure now. First of all, wet the soil and very carefully remove the chosen plant from the soil without damaging its roots. Once you have removed the plant, try to remove the soil that is attached to the roots. You can use your hand for removing it. Very slowly do it so that the root doesn't get disturbed. Try removing the soil as much as possible. And if you still find few soil that can't be removed using hand, not a problem. You can just clean them by washing it in water. Repeat the same procedure for other plants as well. And for cleaning the roots, either you can soak them in a bowl of water for few seconds or you can give it a slight rinse. While you leave the soil in the roots to settle down in the bottom of the container, get ready for the next step of patting the roots, for which you need a hand towel. Just spread the hand towel well, and I think now the soil has almost settled down. And if it has not completely settled down, you can just use your hands for removing. See how nicely the roots are cleaned. The root pattern itself is looking so beautiful. So much beauty is hidden underneath, I think. Now, just give a gentle pat on both the sides of the root so that there is no water droplet dripping while braiding. Give the pat on both the sides. Once you are done patting, the next step is pruning. For pruning, you have to remove the side branches using scissor or hand pruners. Remove all small branches and leaves that are coming out of side branches, and try to keep only the vertical stem that we are going to use it for braiding. And if you find the latex or the milk oozing out from the stem, not a problem, just give it a slight pat on the oozing area and then it will stop. Nothing to worry about. Few plants produce latex while the stem or leaf is removed. So don't worry about that. Just try to remove all side branches from all vertical stems. Vertical stem in the sense, the stem that we are going to use it for braiding. Only those stems we have to keep it, and all the remaining stems which we are not going to use for braiding, we are going to remove them. And selecting the vertical stem is all stems which are almost of the same height. They are chosen for vertical stems. And the side branches are the one which are small in height. I know you all might be thinking that I've done a lot of pruning. I'm not going to deny, yes, I've done a lot of pruning, but this is a part of braiding. If you want to braid, you have to do pruning. So choose your plants accordingly. Here, in case of dwarf devil backbone plant, this is a stem cutting plant. So I'm going to replant even the tiniest of the side branch that I have removed now. Getting back to braiding, there are basically two types of braiding. One using the vertical stem of different individual plants. The other is using the vertical stem of a single plant. I'll show both the techniques to you. Let's start with braiding individual plants first. For this, you'll have to group the roots of all individual plants together and secure them using a rubber band. You can use a garden tape as well, but see to it whether it's a tape or a rubber band. The twist should be tight enough to hold the roots in place, like this. And you need a minimum of 3 vertical stems for braiding. I've got 6 vertical stems, so I'm going to divide it into 3 pairs, like this. Let's move on with the braiding now. Hold the center stem pair and fold the left stem pair behind it gently. Bend the right stem pair towards the left and behind the one that is now in the center. First level of braiding is done. Now again the right pair towards the left and behind the one that is in the center. Like this. Slowly do it. Very slowly. Do it very carefully that you don't break the stem. This is almost similar to braiding a normal hair. You have to bend the right side pair towards the left behind the one that is in the center, and next step would be bending the left side pair towards the right behind the one that is now in the center. You will have to repeat braiding this process until the braid extends all the way up to a point where the leaves are present. And once you have reached the top, secure the braid using a rubber band or a garden tape. Hold the stem in one hand and secure the braid using a rubber band in the other hand. While securing, one thing that you'll have to keep in mind is that the braid should stay in place. Accordingly, you have to secure it with a rubber band. Also, don't twist the rubber band too tight that it cut into the stem. Our braiding is done now. This is how you braid individual plants together. See how beautiful it is. Now let me show you how to braid a single plant. See how beautiful the root is. Okay. Now select even number of vertical stems so that you get a proper pair. Here again the same. Hold the center stem pair and start braiding. Here again the same way. Bend the right side center stem pair towards the left and behind the center one, and the left side center stem pair towards the right behind the center one. You can bend the side stem pairs either above the center stem pair or below the center stem pair, and it all depends on whichever is comfortable for you. But then throughout the braiding process, you'll have to follow only one technique, either above the center stem pair or below the center stem pair. The previous one was below the center one, and now I have done above the center one. That is bending the right side center stem pair towards the left above the center stem pair, and bending the left side center stem pair towards the right and above the center stem pair. All other process is the same. Braiding is done here. See, this is braiding using a single plant with its own vertical branches. Now let's see how to plant it. Take a pot with the garden soil and slowly dig a hole in between and very carefully insert your plant. Place the plant exactly in the center so that we get a good viewing angle of the braiding that we have done now. Add some more garden soil if required. See how beautiful it is looking. You have to leave the plant undisturbed for almost a month with regular watering for the braiding to get set. After a month or so, you can cut the garden tape or the rubber band that you've used for securing the braid. By now, the stem might have set to the new growing pattern. See, we have planted both the plants. See how beautiful it is. This is the same plant that we planted. This is after 2 weeks. This is the pot of braiding with individual plants. The root is all set in this. And this is braiding which we did with a single plant. See, the small side stems have started coming. Pruning is a regular process that has to be done in braiding. Now I am removing all the side stems so that the braiding shape is retained. And these side stems again I am going to plant. You remember previously when we started braiding, I showed you that I am going to plant all the side stems and I am not going to throw them off. I'll show you how well the roots have formed now for those side stems that I planted, and I am going to plant this as well. These are the small side stems that were pruned when we initially started braiding. So I have planted all the side stems and everything has fixed well to the soil. All these side stems I planted. I didn't throw any single side stem also. I'm going to plant these as well now. Every single side stem that are pruned is going to grow into a separate plant. You're not going to throw any single side stem that you're pruning. So don't think that by pruning you're wasting the plant. Even though small side stems also I am planting. I'll try to remove one of these side stems that was planted previously to show you how the root is formed. This was the side stem that was planted when we initially pruned it for braiding. See how the root is formed. This is just for showing you that we are not going to waste any of the plant side branches. Every single side branch is going to grow into a new plant. I'm planting it again. This is all about braiding. It is very simple for braiding. This is similar to braiding your hair. It's appearance wise it might look complicated, but it is very simple. All you have to do is select the plant whose stem is flexible, and you can choose any thin woody stems, even hibiscus or shrubs or any kind of shrubs you can choose, but see to it its stem is flexible enough for braiding. I hope this video was interesting. Please do try it at your home. And if you find any difficulty in braiding a plant, please do post your doubts in the comment section. Let's get connected to nature. If you find this video useful, please do like, subscribe and share it with your friends. Thank you.